Sometimes you just have to unplug it and plug it back in again. Can you all hear me? Cosmic Dancer, L-Dog, Wonky Dude HG, thanks for being here. Got Darth Lord Josh is also here. Just waiting for confirmation. Oh, Boo says I can hear you. Fantastic. Next question. Can you hear Minecraft? I can. Perfect. Had some technical issues. Sorry for the late start, folks. I'm going to call it Streamlabs Desktop being Streamlabs Desktop. And hopefully my scene transitions played in audio. If they don't, they still look cool. They do have a slightly better effect when you can hear the little sound effect, but hey, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. My name is Joel Duggan. If you have not figured that out, it is the name of the channel. So hopefully you got that far. This is the Citadel. This month we are celebrating 5 years on this server. And that's just not me. The server is 5 years old. I started it, so I have been here the longest. And we completed all of these builds over the last few weeks here on stream. So right around this left-hand side of the main drag, all of these houses, buildings, barracks, candle shops, whatever they are, they're all done. That's what we did the last little while, and I'm quite happy with everything. It looks, they all look different, but they all look like they kind of jive together. You know, like nothing stands out too badly. This one stands out, but I think in a good way. And I'd like to do a little bit more. I think this will stand out, or stand out less, I guess, when we get other things on the other side of the street happening, right? I feel like that's a decent way to go. The sun is setting, but just before it does, the last thing we tweaked around with before we ended last time was this tower. We added this tower to this building in the back there, and I think I like it. I think we're going to keep it. And before it gets too dark, you'll see why. When we come around the corner here, it's framed very nicely between the buildings. So you get to see it right there. It's framed and gives you something cool to look at rather than just a flat roof. It gives some depth to the area, and it still kind of stays high over all of these rooftops. And I think we're going to raise that so that there's less competition between the two, and this will definitely feel like a bigger tower. Oh, thanks, L-Dog. Thanks, Cosmic. Rye Guy, hello. Welcome in. And as we were discussing at the end of this last stream, it also looks pretty cool when you're coming down here. You've got something cool to look at in the sky, and it lines up and is framed very well when you're coming off of this area or this road over here, which is very cool. Looks good. Some of these trees are like left natural, but we may customize some of them so that they do precisely what we want in terms of framing the area. I'm going to move on to a different building. I haven't decided which. I'm open to suggestions. Well, first we'll check to see how much copper we can collect. Looks like we've got some copper out here. That's done. I could probably just remove all the dirt. We don't really need to leave that there. Feels weird to have copper floating in the air, but hey. Looks like we can take you. I could just leave all of it, but at least it gives us something to do while we think about what's going on. Let's change our FOV as well. I think that's everything. What are the choices? Really? There's the building we're in currently with all of our shulker box stuff. I don't know if I want to move that just yet. Like, I feel like when we start building and changing these buildings here, which this is on the list, this is something we could attempt to finish up today, is these builds here. It's going to be just far too convenient to have this like right here. So I don't want to necessarily empty this out and move it to a new location just yet. This will eventually be its own build, not a storage house, but for us, but it'll be something else entirely. We could work on these buildings here. I feel like With these buildings here in the front, I feel like key buildings like what we laid out last time, we'd have to finish these before we move on to these, because I feel like, well, that's really important and really tall. We should make that final. And then any changes we have here, for example, if that ends up being spruce, this probably won't be, right? Or at least this one won't be. This one might be, but this one probably won't be. So I don't know. I think we could just start messing around with that. We left off with that last time. I wouldn't mind coming in here and doing some logistics to make sure that this house is going to fit where it is. My brain was kind of in that space. We could move on to things like, you know, the flower shop. So I know what Cosmic is going to vote for. I could sort this corner building out. You know, we've got some ideas, but it's not much. Like, you know, we've put in rough ideas for a hearth and things like that. This would be a fun one, actually. This is also a key build, and that's the thing. Like, I don't want to just start and going like left to right up the hill. I kind of want to choose like the key buildings and start to work on those. So like this inn is going to be pretty important, I think. And I like the idea of it maybe being, you know, red, not red nether brick, but like maybe we use red terracotta in parts of it. We could call it like the red stag or something, you know. What would you say was the hardest part of Westhill to build? That's a really good question. Why don't we walk around and think about it? Actually, I was interested to see how the build with the tower you started yesterday works out. So I was going to say that. Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll just do a sweep on that to start. What was the hardest thing in Westhill to build? Roof. Does anybody remember any particular area that I was having a lot of trouble with? I feel like it was probably the church, maybe. I don't know, because like after a while we started to get pretty comfortable with everything. I remember taking a long time on the butcher shop roof. I feel like this took a long time to get right too. The spice shop. I don't really know what the hardest thing was. The exercise that I've been doing with this particular build has been a lot of yes and, which is accepting what I've built before and moving forward. So even if I'm not super happy with it, I tend to move on. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what the hardest was. I'd say this was probably the most challenging. This area here, this curved incline road with a house here and a house on the other side of the bend, the S curve. So on the map, I'd say this S curve and these two builds were probably the most challenging. Those are probably the hardest. Menu Sniper, I think that's how you say your name. Or Minus Nipper. Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Glad you like the spawn chunks. Take it easy, L-Dog. Have a good one. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just pick up where we left off, right? Put these away. Actually, I'll keep the dirt on me for potential scaffolding, and then I guess we need to make block choices. I was thinking about doing a tile deep slate roof. I don't know how that would look, but we can go up and find out. Diagonal building is challenging, that's true. What other diagonal houses do we have? There's a couple. So I'm thinking that a deep slate roof would be good here. We're gonna need some scaffolding. Oh wow, that was right on the money. I didn't realize how close to the roof I was. So I'm thinking we can try this on a couple different sides. I guess before I get into this, I should probably double check to see if I want to change the height. I think that's a cool view. We're not too low. I wouldn't want to be any lower. How are we looking on the approach? The only reservation I have is that it's very similar in shape to this one, so I might want to change that, but I don't think I want to make it any taller. It's certainly nice, like it's taller than that. I just realized I kind of lined those all up. They all kind of go in a straight line. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think we need to go any taller or shorter. Oh, wrong one. I don't know what to put there. Maybe a slab? And I guess, I don't know whether we turn these inside. Oh no, that's not going to work. And do we leave that there? Maybe we try that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do half the roof spruce and half the roof tile, and we're just going to see what looks better. Oh, do I have? I do have some slabs. I think that's about right. One thing that does look funny is if you don't put the slabs or the trapdoors in, and I didn't bring any, so I need to go back down and get some. Nighttime anyway. Grab those and those. Yeah, we've done some similar stuff. So I've got deep slate and spruce there, and I feel like we can probably do something similar up there. So yeah, we did. Maybe we'll have to do things like this. Oh. So I want to make sure we do this on all these sides. So I guess on the spruce ones, we don't have to do everything exactly right. Right? We could just do one of those on each one. I meant to do that. Certainly has a weird look once you fill it all in. We're going to have to change the shape of it a little bit, I think. It's a little bit too... It looks like an upside down wine glass. For early game, do you think it's better to mine jungle trees or spruce trees for wood? Spruce trees. Because you can grow them in a 4x4 and they drop way more saplings. Way more saplings. Grow them in a 2x2 and then just go up them like a staircase if you don't have ender pearls or elytra, and then chop down. Yeah, if we do that, I think we have to raise this part on the corner right there. I think that has to go up, and then we can put a trapdoor underneath it. And we have to do something to reduce the height of these parts here. I'm realizing that we've got a lot of deep slate here and a lot of deep slate here. I'm now wondering whether deep slate is the right block for that roof. I feel like I liked... As funny as it sounds to say, I feel like the lighter color is more friendly. This is where I wish we had more stairs and slabs in different colors. Like, I'd like to have a blue tile roof, you know? I'd like to have something other than this dark prismarine. I don't want to use that again. I don't want to use purpur. Warped wood is nearly the same color as dark prismarine. Because we've used warped wood up there, right? That really limits our choices. I guess we could go copper. If I wanted to go with like a different kind of copper. Where's the orangey copper? Weathered. Is it not here? Oh, maybe because I probably haven't picked it up in my inventory yet. I bet you I have not picked it up yet. We had a server glitch about a month ago and lost the player data, so all of our recipes and achievements and stuff are changed. Do I not... Can I not make stairs out of the waxed exposed copper? Oh, you can only make the stairs out of either the oxidized or the cut, and then you have to wait for it to oxidize? That can't be right. You have to make the brick first, probably. Oh, snag dabbit, yep. I know about the stairs and walls. That's what it is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. You know what? We're just going to move these. Wouldn't be a bad idea to harvest some of these mine these up at a certain stage and wax them just so we have them, you know? So I've got 6 of those, 2 of those. I guess I could just undo this, couldn't I? Okay. No, it's not that, Baudet. I can make them in the stone cutter. It's that the recipes are not showing up in the recipe book because as far as the game is concerned, it thinks I haven't touched the blocks before. So I had to craft the, whatever they're called, cut copper. The game didn't realize that I had not held cut copper before, even though I have. Alright, so I'm gonna wax those, and those. And I need a bigger shulker box. That's so annoying. Maybe you'll put some honeycomb in there for now. Yeah, so now when I go into here for stairs, yeah, it shows me all the different varieties. So, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Exposed cut copper stairs. So if I had waxed exposed. If I make these into stairs, do they stay waxed? They do. So that's one possibility. Which would be cool because it's a block I've not used. Where's my scaffolding? What? The only problem is I'm worried that's going to look like the same color, right? Like it looks too similar to the mud brick. So I don't like that. Yeah, we got a couple of resource packs on the server, folks. So if something looks like a texture pack, chances are it's a texture pack. So that's definitely a no on the copper. I don't think I'd want to have another brightly colored roof. I mean, we've used copper here in the trim. I feel like if it was a bright green copper roof, it would be very distracting and feel very similar because you can see them both here. And there's nothing to say we don't use like a dark deep slate tile bottom and then maybe we change to a cobbled deep slate roof, you know? Keep it a little bit lighter. The mighty Elkhorn is here. Thanks very much for the shout out, Cosmic. Appreciate that. How's it going, Elkhorn? How was your stream yesterday? And Sweet Sandy's here too. I didn't see you come in. If you want to share the stream, folks, there is a tweet out there at Joel Duggan on Twitter. You can share that with a friend. You can just DM a friend and be like, hey, I'm hanging out with Joel and the crew. And by the crew, I mean the awesome chat room. You know, so come on by, say hi, all that stuff. I think what we should do for ease of transport, give ourselves a little bit of a landing pad here. So I'm thinking we mine these up, put that down, but then switch some of this back to deep slate, cobble deep slate specifically. And we needed to change the shape, so I wanted to go up like this, but I think we'll go like that maybe. Then we'd have to go inside with a block. I do like all the different sounds they've added to the game. It's really fun when you're mining out a bunch of different blocks. Let's see what that looks like. It's gonna be a lot of up and down here, I think, for the first little while. Ooh, I like that better. For whatever reason, the deep slate tile is really dark and it seems ominous, but I feel like combining the two, we might be able to get away with bricks. I'm worried the bricks will clash with the top of that tower, but if we change the top of that tower, it won't matter if we change it to regular stone. I'm just thinking that this looks it's the same as that. So we might be able to switch to bricks, but I like that better. And I think we can keep the tile on the top. I think we can keep the tile on the top. Elcor95 says the stream was good, made good progress on the Subnautica themed Guardian farm. Do you have like an in-game reference name for the Guardian farm yet? As long as I set it up, the water flows and the tank's right, it's super productive. That's awesome. I might have to pick your brain. There's a spot here on the Citadel that I've been wanting to use as a Guardian farm for no other reason other than just to make my own. We have a group Guardian farm that MacCast and I built, but we built it low efficiency because the server just didn't need a massive, you know, super efficient Guardian farm. And one of the things that I like about the new location on the server is that I'm pretty sure that I can have 2 Guardian farms loaded in render distance from one AFK spot. So it's a huge amount of work, but I just love the idea of like having Guardians come in from 2 different locations and throwing them through another portal or something. Guardnautica? Yeah, that's not bad. I was thinking like if there's a Subnautica location or some sort of Subnautica reference that you could make. I don't know anything about Subnautica. I own it, but I've never played it. I picked it up on a Steam sale. Speaking of, did anybody pick up anything good on the Steam sale? The Steam summer sale? I decided not to get anything. I just don't have the time. And a lot of the games that were on sale were kind of like Minecraft with better graphics. You know, like there's nothing, it was all survival stuff, which is fine, and just if that's what you like, but it's like I don't need another grindy game. Not that I find Minecraft grindy, but like I don't need another, we'll call it block by block experience, because I feel like with Minecraft I get that already. I think I might keep the deep slate tile for the top part. We'll have to do something else with that. I wish we had smaller walls sometimes. So there's less of a contrast between the tile and the brick and the cobble and the tile. So this is a higher contrast between these two. However, I do feel like the brick looks more like roofing. It looks more like roof tiles. Or I should say it looks more like fancy roof tiles. All right, let's go with brick. And we'll see if we like it. Master Crunchy, hey, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for coming by. I really need to start looking up like tower builds and like memorizing some different tower roofs. I find I always have to make these from scratch from my head, and I don't really find it easy. But we're gonna run out of brick stairs. Stair block goes there. I think I'm pretty sold on this not being spruce, so we can just take all of this down. You do sort of get used to it, but still tricky sometimes. It's the kind of thing where I have to go all the way back down to the bottom and look to see what it looks like. See if I even like it. Oh, more stairs required. Does anybody carry a grindstone or not a grindstone, stonecutter with them? I always carry a crafting bench, but I never seem to carry a stonecutter. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, I think that's the whole thing. I just have to go down below and do the inside bits. I don't know whether I just want to do a thin layer. I guess we could try on one. Oh, I thought I could make that. Nope. Guess you can't. Commence Dizzy stream. You are welcome. I'm curious as to which is going to look better. Let's do 2 there, and then we'll do... Oop, that was the right way. I put a stonecutter in my gearbox in my inner chest, so I always have access to it, especially since I have a wood recipe pack for it. Yeah, so we've got the wood recipe pack here as well. Cosmic says no, and that's why I end up with a lot of things. Yeah, no, that's fair. You put stonecutters in places you go frequently. That's a cool idea, Obu. Makes sense. All right, let's see. I think we almost need the slabs. It looks kind of flat and without structure with just trapdoors. I think the combo of the slabs kind of like gives it more of like a dental work vibe. For people that don't know, dental work is an architecture term. And it means it's like when it looks like teeth underneath the like the edge of a roof, that's what dental work. So that's, I mean, this is a castle, but like that's similar to what it would be like, any kind of like up, over, down sort of pattern. So that represents kind of dental work. Yeah, I like that combo better. Do we like, I like the bricks. I like the deep slate bricks. I might want to put one there instead of two tile, and then we'll just have tile on the top. And then maybe I'll go with my nether brick fence is black. So maybe I'll go with a nether brick fence up there. I like the slightly darker rim, I think. Gives it a little bit of a shift. I just don't know about the shape. I think we might be a little bit too thick on those slabs. Maybe we need to replace them with walls. Or maybe the thing below them has to be a stair. That's an inside block though, so it can't be. Yeah, these corners right there are a little bit too high. So we take these away, potentially replace them with walls. That might smooth things out. And we replace slab. And then this changes the direction on this so it matches the planks. Oh, that's right. Okay. Is this also right? This is also right. Okay. That's all of them there. Do like the bricks paired with the tile, gives the roof some nice definition. Thanks. I could try for 1,000,000 years and I'd still never be able to do a roof shape or tower like this. Do you have any ideas and tips where to even start? I don't know if you remember how it looked like when I had it up there, but I had like the spines of it, like just the, when you think about this tower, like the tower has 4 different sides because it's Minecraft and it's not round. And there's the center here, right? So build the center, and how I do them is one of 2 ways. Either you start with long bits at the bottom, so you like stair and then 1, 2, 3 blocks stair, and then 1, 2 blocks stair, and then 1. So it's like 1, 2, and then 3, and that gives a very steep kind of angle. The reverse, you can do like 2, 1, and then like you can go the other way. And one of them will give you like a bell shape, and then the other one will give you more like a rounded shape. So depending on the ratios, like this one, for example, it gets taller as it goes higher. It starts off at 2, and then it goes to 3. So instead of 3, 2, 1, it's 2, 3, 3 again, and it gives it like a more of a I'm not sure how to describe it. It's like a cone versus a bell, maybe? It's like it's concave versus a straight line, and I'm using straight line in Minecraft with giant air quotes. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Sorry, that was my bad. More technical issues. Thank you, Cosmic, for letting me know. All I was saying, probably, in excellent timing, was hi, adequate gamer Ash. Thanks very much for the raid. You probably didn't hear any of that. What were you up to on stream today? Hope you had a good time. So, if you're new, my name is Joel Duggan. I do the Spawn Chunks podcast with Pixel Riffs. This is the Citadel. It's a 5-year-old server. The joke that I made that I have to make again is that it is the rainiest server in Minecraft. And very often we are stuck trying to do stuff in the pouring rain. I moved my mic and I must have tapped my my mute button. And Adequate Gamer Ash says we were starting to set up lore on a server. Oh, very cool. Or lore server. Lore server sounds like it's the name of the server. Awesome. So I guess before we make the decision about the tower color, we should probably make a decision about the roof below and the adjacent roofs. So we could just continue this pattern of deep slate tile. And I think that that is probably a decent way to continue it. Right, so we could do that. We could then do this underneath that. And then we could do more bricks as needed. Actually, maybe we can do tile stairs along the edge of the roof. Yeah. And then tile here. That's probably going to be stone. But then here is where we could put more bricks. And of course I don't have enough. Oh, that's the wrong. Cobble deep slate, polished deep slate. I was like, how do you make the bricks? Oh, that should be tile. So with this idea, all of this would end up being spruce along here. I like that, actually. I think that'll work well. And I think it'll make it feel like a sturdier roof, because we've really kind of cheated gravity here. This tower would not be able to be supported in this sort of structure. So without those pillars coming all the way down to the ground, which we could still try to do. But I think, yeah, I think we could probably get away with that. So now the real trick is probably I guess the color either has to be the same on the bottom floor and the tower, or the tower and the bottom floor have to complement one another. Regular house, yeah, well, okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Cosmic. I saw nothing. Essek Mango, hello. It's a storyline server. That's cool, Gamer Ash. We don't really have a story on the Citadel. All right, so now we run into the problem of like, what color do we make this? So I probably want to stick with spruce, maybe a little bit of oak up there for decoration. I don't think I want to make it a white tower. I think it's an opportunity to maybe put in some color. We've got green over there. I'm hoping to make some orange here. And we've got dark oak there and dark oak there. And I think I said red would be out because of the, yeah, because of the mangrove. I wonder if we could get away with yellow. Like we could maybe get a layer on it or something. All right, let's see. Oop, those are all in the wrong box. Terracotta. Got orange terracotta is probably going to clash with the mangrove. I could do green maybe. But I feel like we've already used green in the inn. So I want to try something else. Yellow. I don't want to do the pink. The light blue might look okay. Oh, no. Or just regular terracotta. Is there anything else? Oh, we can try bricks. They might be too similar to the mud brick. Don't want to make it gray. There's also mushroom blocks. These are the dilemmas you get at endgame when you have all the things. Okay. Break time when you're ready. Well, that's probably a good time to take it would be now before I start going up there and start doing all these different changes. So thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate that. For folks that are new to the channel, and it looks like there are a number of you here today, so thank you very much for being here. I take healthy screen breaks about once an hour. You should too. So step away, get a drink. You know, I usually refresh my water. Bring a friend, grab a friend and bring them on into to the chat. We'll be back in 5 or 6 minutes with more Minecraft. All right. I think we are ready to go test some colors. I think we'll go all the way up to the top and just start punching out blocks and testing out different combinations. So let's try the bright ones first. Some of these I feel are just going to look too fancy. Even though I want it to be the fancy part of town, like it's still a medieval town, right? This is going to look like a smorgasbord of all kinds of stuff. Alright, let's just see what looks like crap. And what works. Well, you can't see anything from over here. That's awesome. Helpful. Darth Lord Josh Cosmic, thank you very much. Rabelais, good to see you. So I don't mind the gray, so we'll put that in spot 1. Kind of vote on this here. I feel like the yellow is going to be just far too bright. I'd love to do a yellow house, but I don't know if this is the place for it. You know, it's not bad. I like the green too. Green's pretty good. You know, the yellow is not making me want to throw up my breakfast, you know? Halo Guitarist with the first bits of the day. 1,000 bits from Halo. Thank you so much. How's it going, Halo? Hope you're having a great day. So I'm voting no on the brick because of how similar it is to the jungle and mangrove. And that's also the same for the terracotta and more than likely the orange terracotta. Let's go up in the tower. We actually get to use the tower that we that we built. Oh, you can't see the orange from over here. Okay. Go around the corner. I don't like the birch and I don't like the light blue. Rainbow Tower? Yeah, totally. I was thinking about that. Actually, it's too bad, you know, we don't have anywhere on the server that's meant to be like cartoonish and weird. You know, like, does anybody remember which season of Hermitcraft was it where Iskall had like a mushroom island next to Rendog and Iskall was making like piranha plants for Mario and like all kinds of weird stuff. He had a big ghast. Like that would be fun. Was it 5, Elkhorn? I really enjoyed that stuff. I thought that was really hilarious. I'd love to do something like that. One idea I thought for a server area here on the Citadel was like a miniature area where the idea, the story behind it would be when you go through the portal to get there, you've been shrunk. So everything has to be massive. Like trees had to be massive. Flowers would be the size of buildings. I think it would be really funny. Oh, I missed. Yeah, so that's a no on the orange. Yeah, it's a no on the orange too. So we're down to 4, and I haven't tried one of them. Okay, so I don't like any of that one we like. So these ones we don't. Okay, so now I guess we can do one side of each of the 4 colors that we like. Oh, that's the color we like. And we'll try this one. I'm sorry, is it Nucio or Nuccio? 1998. I know you said that, you explained last time, I don't remember. Plastic Fantastic, right, yeah. Like the Barbie dance video from Skull's season 5. Remember that. So I mean the green I think works really well. It adds a nice color, it doesn't clash, it doesn't stand out too crazily. I don't know, I guess we could make the whole tower green. I'd like to not have it be all one block though, because that's going to be kind of boring. We're going to have to figure out a way to help it not be... maybe we'll put like a stripe or something around it. The doorknob, thank you for the lurk, appreciate it. Ooh, do we like the yellow? Or does the yellow smack you in the face with a mackerel? Like, how hard does that yellow hit you? I feel like it's a bit bright for me. Yeah, the nether, I really like the nether board, the motherboard sort of situation that Red had going on. That inspired one of the builds on the server. That inspired the part of the stuff underneath the Wither Skeleton farm. Cosmic likes the yellow. The Herbie likes the yellow. Jibo Gaming likes the yellow. So I feel like maybe the light gray terracotta is a little boring. I definitely like the green better than the gray. So now I think we're down between green and yellow. Oh, can I get upstairs here? I think I can. Yes. Oh, you can't see it. Okay. Looks like mustard. Yeah, it does look like mustard. I think it's just a little bit too primary. That's my... And this is the thing, like, by the time we add in the detail, we could end up covering it up a lot with, like, fences and other detail blocks. So, like, I don't want to be, like, a hard no right now, but I think for me, it's between the green and the yellow. I'm curious about what the green looks like on this side. I think the green is going to be easier to work into stone as well because we've got moss and mossy cobble and stuff like that. So I feel like the green is probably going to be a little easier to work with. The mean Number 1 is asking for green. Or mien. You need a burp. You need a backup and review platform. Yes, I do. Backup and review tree. That reminds me, I really need to get back into Satisfactory. There's a window now with the developers on vacation for the summer where there's not going to be any changes for a while. So it might be a good idea to catch up. So the green's a little bit dark. And unfortunately, one of the beefs I have with mangrove is when you put mangrove next to green, it just reminds me of Christmas. So maybe I don't like either one of these. We may not do a lot of yellow. Like we may have to have a lot of brown up there too. I know that there's like yellow builds. Like I'm wondering if is there anything? I feel like all of the sandstone is going to be far too dull to go with the yellow. Like all the things you mix with sandstone are like birch, right? Yeah, we really don't have much for beige blocks. No, the plain terracotta clashes with the jungle wood and the mangrove next door. What does the yellow look like behind the mangrove roof? It looks like that. I guess we have to also be careful. I mean, this mangrove roof is not finished. And I don't know how much of the mangrove we're going to see. If we have a lot of vines growing over this, then it's not going to be nearly as bold, right? So I'm really on the fence here between the yellow and the green. I want to add a color. Like I want it to be nice and bright. I feel like the one thing that's nice about the yellow is that it's a higher contrast between the roof, the deep slate roof, and the yellow. It's definitely a nicer contrast. I'm wondering if, even though I said no to birch right away, I'm wondering if a sandstone part would look good, because then that would be, I don't know, like I feel like it would have a nice contrast. We've used sandstone here successfully. Not very much of it, right? But there is a little bit of sandstone here. So I'm wondering if we would be able to get some sandstone in with the yellow up there somehow. The other thing is that the whole, like, I don't know whether the whole thing is going to be yellow. I mean, this just won't look good with anything, I don't think. Because there's no way to add like little texture bricks, you know? I guess if we added a little bit of birch in there, that wouldn't be too bad. Like maybe it's not solid yellow. Maybe we add like a little birch in the corner here and there. Because I can't think of anything that's lighter than the terracotta. I feel like concrete powder is going to be very bright. Yeah, that's not going to work. Block of raw gold. Sandstone might work. So block of raw gold. I'm gonna go grab some raw gold. Anything like a villager workstation? Oh, maybe. That's a good call. A lot of those lighter ones don't have a plain side, though. That's the only issue. I only have one block of raw gold. That doesn't really work. I'm not quite as skilled as Gemini Tay, who could probably make that actually function. There's honeycomb, and then there's also beehives that we could try. I mean, there's my custom hay bales too. Free stuff. This could work in a very specific situation, the beehive, but don't know if this is that situation. I don't want to put mud up there. Birch and mud, I don't think really work very well together. Certainly not using endstone. Alright, what was the other thing? I wanted to try the cuts. I don't have any of that. How do you make it? We'll grab some of this. Still feel like the birch goes better. It's just a little bit darker. Is there anything? I guess we could try stripped oak. That might work. It's a little bit better. I think that gives us some options. The oak certainly helps. I think that gives us some options. Outercast01, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So we know we're not using bricks. We know we're not using plain terracotta. We're gonna have to dye some yellow terracotta, that's fine. What do we have a lot of? Pink. We've got a data pack on the server that lets us dye already colored terracotta. Saves us a lot of time. So yellow, stripped dark or stripped oak. So we'll do some of that. Yeah, wool's going to be too bright. Oh, thanks, Outcast. Appreciate that. And Bunny37 saying, congratulations on 200 episodes of the Spawn Chunks. Really enjoy that show. Thank you. I'm glad that you're listening. Thanks for being part of the 200 episode listenership. Very kind of you. All right, so if we bring this yellow terracotta all the way down. Oh, is that in the wrong? That's the wrong place. Ooh, that might be tricky. This reminds me of like a Lego castle set that I had when I was a kid. There was like a gray castle set and there was like a yellow one. I'm pretty sure I had both. So we might have to do something special with the windows to make this work. I thought I landed softly. Come on. That I didn't land softly. Oh, come on. Scaffolding sucks. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Just going to go ahead and say it. Helpful. Oops. That's that done, and then go like this. We'll have to save the green for something else. I don't want to do the in green because the other in is also green, so we'll have to come up with a different idea for that. Yeah, you feel like it works, Cosmic? It's definitely going to catch your eye. So I'm just thinking, like, if we have something like this, but then if this is just kind of like a temporary thing, but if we do something like this, And maybe that. And then the texture on the side is going to be going the wrong way. But I feel like we can make it look like it's been a little bit weathered. I've got a funny feeling mud bricks are just going to look really weird with it. Where is my mud? Oh, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. I mean, I kind of know it's not going to work. I just kind of wanted to see. Yeah. Not bad. Like, if you had other things around it that were tied into different colors, then it might work. But I think for now, oops, we'll stick with just that. I can't think of any other color. I guess we could try putting like an orange terracotta block itself. Or maybe, wait a minute, which one of these is which? That's orange terracotta, that's acacia. Orange terracotta, regular terracotta. Like that would work in the cartoon land that I was talking about before. Yeah, those are just too similar. I guess we could try. Unfortunately, birch bark is terrible. Jungle's got a lot of green in it. What about mangrove wood with bark on it? I'm trying to use some of the new blocks just to kind of see what I can get away with. I mean, it goes. It's high contrast, but at least it goes. I'm just a little concerned about the transition from the deep slate into the yellow. But that's the kind of thing, like with the mangrove wood, we could take the mangrove wood. I do have the data pack for using the stone cutter for wood. But then we could have something like mangrove wood along the bottom here. And then change this out. Maybe the mangrove goes up the corner. I'm always complaining about using too much dark oak in places. Is it stripped oak or stripped birch you've used there? That is stripped oak in the tower. Birch is just a little bit lighter. I'll put one next to it so you can see what's up. Scaffolding. So there's the birch on the lower left. You can see it's quite a big difference. Which is fine, and just, we have to be careful, I think. And I feel like, unfortunately, having wood on the bottom makes this feel too weak to support it. So I feel like we're going to have to go with a stone the stone bottom. I'm wondering if this should be better as basalt. Oh, polished. Definitely polished. That or acacia. I do like the fact that we've got so many blocks just freely available to us at endgame. It makes this process. I guess in some ways it's harder because you have so many to choose from. Yeah, I think no to that. Wouldn't mind tying in a little bit of the spruce to the base of everything, so we might want to grab some barrels. I just did the smoker trick on one of the builds over there, so I don't want to redo that, but we could do that too. Yeah, having some sort of wood at the bottom is good. On the corners, maybe. Oops. Well, I think I'm sold on at least the idea of the yellow, and we have run out of yellow dye. But that's not a problem to solve. Let's go get some more. We happen to be in a sunflower field, so makes it easy to get more of the yellow dye. Have you tried the honeycomb block with it? No. I think I mentioned it, but we haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. It does look really bright, though. So we're going to have to do something. We'll have to layer something in there. I mean, I'm probably going to have a border of... One thing I'm not very good at with these towers, and that I see other people doing, is they have like these other decoration bits that go around them, like little rims, little bits of separation, so it doesn't seem like such a big stark, like smash you in the face color. Let's get more of the pink. Oh, that can't go there. Oh, wow. Probably did any of this side at all. I'm actually really surprised and happy that this worked out for the color. Nice to not be working with more brown and gray all the time. I guess we should also check the footprint of this house too. We may have to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I feel like the transition from the deep slate, it's a little on the harsh side. So we'll have to work on that. Yeah, I don't know about here. We'll have to figure something out here. So yeah, this section here feels a little bit harsh, and that's where I think we're probably going to end up. I need to go get some surprising everyone. I need to go grab some spruce trapdoors. Shocking. Barrels. Yeah, so I feel like at the bottom here, we might have to do something that helps out. So I'm thinking maybe we can go 3 blocks and do like oops. And if we put a trapdoor here, so maybe not this. Maybe just the trapdoor in the barrel. McScrewgun has resubscribed at tier 1 for 15 months in a row. Howdy chat. Good afternoon, Joel. Thanks very much, McScrewgun. Always great to see you. You missed one completely intentional drop from a height. Just FYI. See, I feel like the strapping on the barrels has a nice dark tie-in. I'm just wondering whether I've gone with too much on the trapdoors. Because then we can go up and we can add like another little bit of texture, like maybe up here. Maybe not quite that low, but you get the idea. All right, so let's just grab some basic bricks, fill in the floor, get rid of all the terracotta that I'm not going to use. Keeping those. Might as well keep that stuff on us too. Don't need the green anymore. I'm gonna want my spruce stuff back. And what else am I gonna need? Regular bricks. And the deep slate. Cosmic gave you a fall update. Sarah thanks for the lurk. Always good to have you around. Appreciate it. So I guess we can work on the roof a little bit. Just kind of tie that in there. Cosmic Dancer says, I forgot to send this. I don't know why I'm shouting. Cosmic Dancer has set up a monthly $10 subscription. That's via the Streamlab reoccurring sub. Thanks very much, Cosmic. Appreciate that. For folks that don't know, what happens with that is you can set up the reoccurring donation with Streamlabs, and then automatically on the day that you choose, it just comes out. You don't have to remember to do it live on stream. But when you are live in stream next time, Streamlabs will give you an opportunity to play the notification. So if you've resubbed automatically, but you've not been notified, or your resub happens on a day when I'm not live, then you can always play the notification, which is what Cosmic just did. Because that was from like last week, I think. But thank you very much, Cosmic. I truly appreciate that. And some folks are just like, you know, they don't want to, they don't feel like going through Twitch. They would rather go through PayPal, which is what Streamlabs does. Streamlabs doesn't take a cut, so there's that, which is nice. All right, so in here we have this little area here, and it looks like it's a 5x5 outside, so it's only 4 blocks in here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks over there. I could extend it. It doesn't have to stay that small, so that's good. If we wanted to make it a little bit bigger, it would not be the end of the world. I don't know if I'd want it to be exactly even with this build, so if we extend it, we probably extend it by 2. But that's not necessarily something we have to do. And as far as the footprint goes, the whole idea here was to make sure that the flower shop, which is this area, has an adequate sized garden. And it looks like I've got a wall set up to be here. But that doesn't have to stay there because this is the wall of the house. Maybe this was meant to be a no, the chimney's over there. So really, I feel like the flower shop has a big enough garden. We don't have to necessarily have this step in as a roof. We actually don't even need this here at all. Because of where the tower is, we can absolutely just take the tower all the way down to the bottom. Now, it's not going to be yellow, I don't think, but just for now. So I feel like the tower should have some sort of foundation as best we can. And here we could have some sort of like green vine going up it or something like that. Let's just mark this inside. Right, so this is where this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Like the whole, like 3/4 of this tower is just floating with no support. So I feel like I want to do something. This goes in on both sides. I think I want to change that. I think this is interesting, the fact that it comes out a bit. I'm wondering if we could actually bring it out by another block and have everything be out there. I think that's probably fine. That would give us more room to turn the corner and go up the stairs in here. Feel a little bit nicer in that regard. I'm removing my literal sign. So if we have that, that could be good. I don't want to bring it so far out that it's out here, I don't think. I feel like that makes the alley... Well, that's not the end of the world. I do like this being a different, like, layer, though. Because we'd have to bring these out here. Well, maybe we can do this. Did that go a little bit too far into the road? No. We're okay. Needs a big garden. Yeah, I want to do something really cool in there, Cosmic. I want to do a really cool flower garden. I might go and pick your brain about, like, in Somerville, about how you did the coral stuff. And because of the color that's going to happen back here in the florist shop garden, I feel like this will work very well. Like if we had, you know, yellow sunflowers or something next to it, I feel like that would work. Paisley Patch, subscribing with Prime, 5 months. Thanks so much, Paisley Patch. Really appreciate that. Paisley Patch, are you in the Discord? If you're not, people that don't know, you can connect your Discord and Twitch accounts and join us in the Discord. All right, so I don't like this. We'll go with Acacia for now. I'm just debating on whether I want this to go all the way to the edge. But I think I like the depth of having like a 2-layer entrance. Like that. So this feels pretty small to me, especially because the tower does not serve a purpose other than just a staircase. Like there's no, at this point, there's not even room right now for a bedroom up here. Like we'd have to close off some of this to have this be even functional. And even then there's just enough room to stand, and you can't even do that because then you can't get back down. So there's not a lot that can happen up here. So I feel like we'll have to be very careful about how we design the inside here. This just feels in the way, but like I'm trying to figure out what it would be like if this tower actually came all the way down and felt supported. I guess we could make this like a door, right? But then this feels really tiny. You're just super quiet. Okay, well, cool. No, as long as you've got access, like as long as it's not a mystery and you're okay and you've got access to it. I like the idea of having a gate here. Maybe I'm a little bit too set on it being right there. This wall doesn't have to stay at that location either. We could move that a little bit too. If we extend this by 2 blocks though, will it be... I think it'll just help fill in this weird, awkward kind of area. And then this feels less strange because it's got a solid foundation. A doorway into here. This would be 2 more blocks that way. Do we want to expand this so that the roof comes out here? That feels a little bit strange there, right? Because then we're losing all this space. Plus that would make it an even build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay. More break when you're ready, says Cosmic. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I'll just put in the frame right now so I know what I'm doing. I think we're going to move the footprint of this part of the house by 2 blocks. Well, I guess we don't have to go... Like, that feels like it kind of juts out. Maybe we go 2 blocks, but we also go in by 2 blocks? I like that better. We'll push the roof back. We'll end up probably not cutting these trees down right away, but we're probably going to move them or do something with them. That means this can stay where it is. The roof might actually change and go down. We can do something here. And we could probably... I'm not sure. This seems like the place where it would be like a kitchen, but like, where do you sleep? Anyway. Cosmic says it's time for a break, so let's take that break. If you're new to the channel, as some of you may be, I take a break once an hour. It is about that time. So we will catch you in just a few minutes with more Minecraft. All right. Let's see. Sun is just coming up. We can get back over here, and I think we'll just try to continue on the whole deep slate pattern that we had going before. I think maybe we'll do trapdoor and then do tile and no, I guess that goes down lower. And then here, I'm going to get more barrels in acacia. I don't think we're going to go with acacia. Maybe we should just grab some. I have some regular oaks. Maybe we'll do barrels and regular oak. I always seem to run out of barrels. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad you like the yellow tower. It's been fun experimenting and seeing what, you know, what ends up sticking. Now I guess I'm really stuck on what to do for, like, we've got stone here on the bottom, but it's not going to stay stone. Right? Like, I feel like we want to do something more than just plain gray on the bottom. Unfortunately, it has to look like it's heavy enough that it can support what's above it, right? I wish that the barrels were directional based on where you placed your cursor, not where you were positioned. All right, so then this, I think we keep this the way that it is as a tile. Yeah. But then all of this now becomes brick. Oh crap, I can't do that. And then we've got these that go here. So it's strange that it's not in the middle, right? Because of the way that the shape works out. Oh, that goes a lot farther. Right, we extended it. Whoops, wrong block. Thanks, Dan. Always good to have you around. So outside of this town, or at least outside of the town walls, You have the farms and farmhouses. Do you plan on building anything else around the town? I want to. I'm kind of wondering, like, just how long I want to spend in the area. Unfortunately, like the plan for this area was for it to be the server medieval zone, and for people to say like, oh, I'd like to build a farm. I'll build a farm out there, and then no one's done that. So it's the work is now all on me. So that could be a nice break, because I feel like out there with the farms, it's a different building style, and if you're just kind of doing like a big repetitive pattern of the like the placement of fields and things like that, like it can be very satisfying. Hey, look at Molass, how's it going? I think we're going to change this into a barrel. Oh, that's not right. You don't mind building a crop farm? Well, thanks. I mean, maybe what I'll do is I'll map some stuff out and then maybe invite people to put in farms and crops and stuff like that. Lots of weekend cooking. How's everyone else? I've got ribs on the barbecue right now, actually. That's why my breaks are taking just a little bit longer than 6 minutes. It's because I have to go out and check the temperature on the barbecue. I have not been able to keep the temperature under 250 today, so hopefully the ribs are not going to be too dry. I've been spritzing them with apple cider vinegar and water every hour, so they should be okay. Gintama 456, thanks for the follow, and Yudis McGee, thanks for the follow. It's a great username. So the idea was to try and keep this like underside spruce stuff going as best we can. I don't know whether that means that we should change these into slabs. That doesn't look too bad. Aldebar raiding with a party of 54. Thanks so much, Aldebar. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Ginger the Lily, tier 1 subscription. And that's a hype train. Thanks so much, Ginger. Always great to see you. Tadpole Milk subscribing at tier 1. That's 11 months. Currently on an 11-month streak. And Kobayashi V subscribing with Prime for 2 months. Thanks, Kobayashi. Really appreciate the support. 21 months in a row from Ginger. Not just some raid, but Aldi raid. All the raid. All the raid all the time. Aldebar, what were you up to on stream today? How are things going? We've been adding a very bright tower to the medieval area. Good to see you too, Ginger. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. If folks want to participate in the hype train, it is 100 bits, a tier 1 sub or a Prime Gaming sub. There are 4 minutes left. You get an emote from the hype train, and plus you just get to support the stream. Helps me stream more often. Ooh, yellow tower, says Ginger. Yep. Took us about 12 different blocks to figure out which color we wanted to use. And now we're trying to figure out the bottom part of the whole build. I don't think I want to do yellow on the bottom. I think that's going to be too much. Like if this was yellow, I think this would be obnoxious. I think that is far too loud. So I'm trying to figure out what blocks to put down here. And right now, I want to have something that's brownish or like complements the yellow, but I also want it to look sturdy enough to hold up this roof. So we may end up just having to make it bricks. So I'm not sure. And mud bricks are too pinkish. Cosmic Dancer dropping a massive bit bomb. 10,000 bits. Holy smoke. Cosmic, thank you so much. Brown terracotta, that might be okay. We can try it. We didn't get into the brown terracotta. The problem I find with this terracotta is that it doesn't always look like stone. It tends to look like other things. That's not bad. Maybe if we added in barrels. Although that gets really repetitive, doesn't it? That's not awful, you know? It's not bad. I don't know. I feel like the hard part is that when you start adding a fourth color, like things start to look really, really rough. So I think we're going to trim away some of this. Whoop, not that much. Do I have tile blocks? I do. Oh, I needed more deep slate. Cosmic Dancer. Holy smoke. What just happened? Cosmic is gifting 30 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you so much, Cosmic. Wow. That brings us to 301 subs. Thank you so, so much. Wow. If you received a sub from Cosmic Dancer, please take a moment to thank her in chat. And then make sure your Discord and your Twitch accounts are connected so that you can join us in the Discord. And Prof's Prepared has another 100 bits to add to the hype train. And True Purple jumping in with 100 bits on the hype train. Thanks ever so much, folks. Deep slate, we're going to go with tiled stairs. And we need these. So many tiled. So many blocks. Jake's Craft, hello, thanks very much. Good to see you. Ooh. I really kind of painted myself into a corner back here. Right, I think this is supposed to be stairs. So what should happen here, I guess, is a deep slate rim along there, and then trapdoors and slabs along the bottom. So trapdoor, no, slab, and then trapdoor, and then probably double slab, or actually double trapdoor. And then we just alternate. Does that look okay? I guess we need more brown terracotta. I kind of like the brown terracotta. We need more of it anyway. Let's go with, I guess, orange. We've got a lot of orange. We should be careful here. Use 8. And let's make more. Let those grow. One thing we don't have a lot of is brown dye. The Twitch hive mind? Did I miss something? All this can go. I think we can probably fix this back and put a barrel here. Ugh. Like, I was facing the right way. You just don't stand close enough to it. So here we'll have to figure out a way to transition from the yellow into the brown. That'll have to be a thing we figure out. Right, so that's awkward. We may have to bring the roof back out again. That's probably the best bet we have, is to keep that happening. Right? And really this feels a little bit strange. We might want to actually bring this out farther. And then maybe we actually fill this in so it looks a little bit sturdier. And that means, nope, not that one. I wonder if we need this now. Maybe we need it in the side. Makes it a little bit more interesting. We might be able to get away with something like a stone support there. Yeah, the brown terracotta is cool. I just don't know how I'm going to decorate it and have it not look like a big chocolate bar, but that's a me problem. And all of this, I guess, is going to be brown. Oops. Wow, that was fast. Are they done? Yes, they are. Actually, let's go inside and outside then. Alright, I don't need birch right now. I don't need polished basalt. I don't think I need the stone. We might be able to work some of the mangrove wood into the brown terracotta. And we may also be able to work in, where's my mud box? Some muddy mangrove roots. Interesting. I have not yet really found a good way to use this block yet. I don't know what it's supposed to look like in this context. Like, as muddy roots, it looks like muddy roots, but like, again, we're trying to make a sturdy looking bottom to this. Yeah, that doesn't really work. There's too much blue. Maybe it works better as a tie-in for the top of these pillars. I'd say it would work better if it was taller. If there was more blocks in between these two, it might work better. Yeah. I think I like the barrels. Oh, the muddy roots work as all kinds of stuff. I mean, in the context of this particular build. And this is really odd looking too. Really not sure how to handle that. Maybe the end has to be stone. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes the brown, I just don't know what else to do with it. It's just so plain. I mean, I feel like this is something where we could possibly have a garden. But then again, I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too... Maybe that comes out too far. A little bit better. Yeah, the more I look at the brown, the less I think it works. I think the big beef with the brown is that it looks good with the yellow, but it does not look good with the tiled deep slate. It's too dark. You know what would look nice there? Flowers, maybe? Is that what you were going to say, Cosmic? So we've got an awkward part where this goes up by a bit, and that's okay. I think I'd like to figure out this path. I like the fact that there's a back door here. I wouldn't mind if this was maybe back a bit. But that messes with the exit. But then the exit, maybe we could have that be something that you have to go down into. Yeah, that could work. This will have to fill in maybe. Well, this would, I guess, would be a continuation of the wall. Would be my guess. Connect the wall to the roof. Which makes sense. Take it easy, Aldebar. Great to see you. Thanks so much for the raid. Thanks for sharing your peeps. For folks that haven't already, I'm sure Cosmic tossed you a link in chat. But if you haven't switched over to watch on twitch.tv/JoelDuggan, we are trying to grow the channel. So watching from my main channel does a lot actually to help out with that. So if you wouldn't mind, very much appreciated. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna, as standard as it is, I think because I can't seem to make up my mind, I'm gonna remove this and take it back to something that is at least going to work, even though it is very repetitive around this area. Sometimes you just can't help it. And we need more bricks. Bricks. Yeah, I think maybe we'll just have to bring in more brown in the decorations and stuff around the bricks. See what we can do in that way. Right, and then this has to be deep slate. Well, some of this is going to be cut off, so we'll have to be careful here, but right, so that goes there. And then this is going to be bricks, and then it's a solid step down. I think I've got these overlapping. I think they share a wall. So we'll have to see. I'll build it as if it's a standalone first, and then go from there. So we may end up replacing or changing some of these, but for now, we'll just put it as if it's one giant thing. And this has to be, oh, that can't be open. Uh-oh. Well, that's narrow. I mean, it's fine. It's just odd. I guess we could turn it. Sure. I mean, it feels strangely open, so we might have to do something here with that. J Price, today we were adding a tower house behind everything on this west side of the street. We had just kind of started messing around with it yesterday on stream, and we kind of mapped in where we wanted the tower. And then today we've been going around and kind of like making block selections. I mean, like right now, I'm not liking the yellow. I liked the yellow an hour ago. I kind of wonder whether if we... I'm just debating as to whether we can bring the yellow all the way down and have it still look good, you know? There's no other yellow block that really matches. That's the issue we have. Is that there's no other block that really matches. Maybe we can just... Maybe we have to do like a lot of brown, but then just have like yellow accent blocks. You know, like maybe the whole thing is dark oak, or we had the new mangrove wood. But even that seems a bit much. So I've been back and forth on this like all day. Yes, I know the grain texture is going the other way. But like maybe that's what we need to do, right? Is just tie in little bits. Really not sure. Really not sure. Like that seems to work. We had that going on. I mean, obviously we need to do different direction for these. Which only works from one way, but maybe that's the ticket. I do like the contrast between the mangrove and the spruce. If you put them down, do they have the same texture on all four sides? Yes. That's the electric neighbor, eclectic neighbor in the neighborhood. Yeah, both the electric eclectic. Yeah, the one that always has the super unique building choices. Could be, could be. So like here, we've got a couple blocks at the top. We could make that gable be yellow as well. I mean, you're not going to be able to see much. Yeah, the mangrove is better than the oak. Like, you really can't see anything with that tree there. Not that the tree is destined to stay there forever. I wonder what this would look like if we made it all mangrove. I didn't like it at first, but... I think I just need something that's not the barrels. Like the barrels look funny now. I think the mangrove has enough of a yellow hint to it that it might actually work. Ginger says I'm going to head off now. Have a good stream. Thanks very much. Really appreciate that, Ginger. I still don't think this is going to look good, but we'll give it a try. It's a cool block. It just doesn't look like a refined block. It looks like a mud hut kind of block. I need something to make this feel sturdy. We're gonna need some sort of foundation. I don't think I want to do more note blocks. We've done a lot of note blocks. Jojo Man 48. Hello, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Cordal Maze, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so what I don't like now is the barrels, but I'm also again struggling with the mangrove not being light enough to contrast the deep slate. So I need something at the bottom that's going to be a light color, but also something that looks like a foundation. I feel like the mud brick is going to be too purple. Yeah, that just gets really hairy. Too much like the street. What else can we do in here? One is clean my inventory so I can think. Where do I keep the muddy mangrove roots? Oh, here they are. Don't know if mud would look good. We could return to the old standard stripped dark oak. But again, the build is just so dark already. Maybe we need to do like deep slate up the side. Popski, thanks for the follow. Polished granite? It's pink. So no. Note block? Yeah, we could try the note block. I feel like I've been using the note block more like a crutch lately. And the reason why I don't want to do that so much is because the note block is a custom texture, right? So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to keep on defaulting to the note block. Right? It adds so much detail because of the custom texture. It does look good though. It makes me wonder whether we could use the brown concrete down there, or actually I guess gray. Not concrete. I said concrete. I meant terracotta. So my complaint that the mangrove is not high enough contrast with the tile deep slate can be sort of fixed by making something below there even darker, because then that feels very light, right? Neither one of those look very good. like that's the best we've got so far. Is these dark oak corners. And I guess we would do the same thing over here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Get a lot more mangrove wood on the go. That's not bad either, actually. What if we do that? Maybe I can change the direction. Oh, need more. Strip dark oak is pretty nice. I know, it's so frustrating, I feel, when you keep on coming back to using the same blocks over and over again. I guess we'll just use this and strip it. I'm trying to branch out and use more blocks, but like, it's weird how sometimes like Mojang adds more blocks to the game, but then I don't feel like I can use them in the right way. Like, or I try to use them and then I realize, well, they've added a new block, but then I don't like it. Or I like it, but then I can't find a way to use it correctly. With this heavy timber frame, we should be able to get this to look pretty good. Oh, there's supposed to be a door there somewhere. Maybe here. That goes there. So we'll have to figure out how to hide some of this stuff. And the roof has got a strange asymmetry to it. I think that might have been a mistake. Hold on. You're at 3 hours. Thank you, Cosmic. Right, so that goes in because of the curve there. Right, so that has to stay like that. But then this... Oh, I see. We didn't bump out in the same location, which we should have done, I guess. Here. Alright, so there'll be some things to adjust to a little bit, I guess. Still, like, not bad. Kind of wonder if we can have a little bit more yellow showing. No, no, no. Yeah, it's, I mean, we'll have to try and take down a little bit of the yellow tone, but I think I like the mangrove wood. I think I'm liking the bottom now. It feels a little bit sturdier. This part still feels odd. Like, I want there to be mangrove there, but I guess what we could do is we could put mangrove in this position and then put stripped oak here. So like, like this. Just to be consistent between the two. I do like this L shape though. I'm gonna keep that. All right, well, unfortunately that's all the time that I have for today. So I'm gonna have to wrap things up. I knew this wasn't gonna be something we would likely complete in a single stream. This is a large build. And coming into it completely fresh with like no block selection done, nothing like that. So Cosmic is saying, I know you're not 100% with it, but honestly, I really love the direction it's going. Yellow is beautiful. Thanks. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up layering more detail on top of the yellow, similar to like how you do over here, where like this was a very overpowering white wall, but then we put all this cool detail on top of it. So once we get to that level with this, and the yellow peaks over here, but not by a whole lot. Obviously, you won't be able to see through the building when we're done. But we've got like window dressing and shutters to put on there yet. My issue mainly is just trying to get the bottom to work right and being frustrated that I don't have a different color stone besides 50% medium gray, right? You know, like for this to look sturdy, I feel like, see how sturdy the bottom of this looks? I feel like that's what I need over here. But I think maybe if we put a little bit more wood in this too, it will look like it's more constructed of wood than it would look like it's constructed of stone. So right now it feels very heavy, but if we use some wood in the structure of it, it might get a little bit better. But yeah. Anyway, all good. So big thank you to everyone that sent over their raids today. Really very much appreciated. Always fun to have new folks in the chat. If you haven't followed already, please do that. Don't go anywhere. If you're a builder and you're enjoying this stream, then you are going to really enjoy Drath, who is where I'm going to send you on to, Drathmore, and does mighty large builds in Minecraft. So don't go anywhere. We will be interviewing James. I don't remember the rest of his username. Cosmic, do you know the username of the person we're interviewing tomorrow on the Spawn Chunks? Maybe I'll just let people be surprised. It's fine. We have a guest tomorrow on the Spawn Chunks. So check that out at thespawnchunks.com. You can also listen to the Citadel Cafe at thecitadelcafe.com. And of course, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Joel Duggan. I'm very easy to find on the internet. Should you like to check out those things? You can, of course, support via Patreon if Twitch is not your bag of tea for support. And of course, thank you to everyone that did a sub or a gift sub or bits. Thanks to Cosmic for doing some wonderful modding and of course for the amazing support. Y'all are awesome. I'm not sure when my next stream is going to be. I'm hoping during the week, but the next scheduled stream is Friday. So if you If you see on Twitter that I'm streaming, it's probably because I am building some Lego. So we'll hopefully have that lined up for the next stream. And I'll see you then. Thanks so much, folks. Again, don't go anywhere. We're going to pass you on to Drath. See you next time.